Everybody, I'm back in the studio, and today I'm going to do a demonstration on coloring a dark grayscale night sky with Pan Pastels. So what I'm going to be using are the Pan Pastels. I'm going to be using this dark purple, and I will use several of the blues. There's a light one as well, and of course white. And to apply those, I use cotton makeup remover pads. You can see they're just a plain little pad. In addition, I will spray it when I'm done with matte finish. That way I can work over it again if I want to do any more details. And I'll finish it up after I spray it with a white jelly roll gel pen for the stars. And any details I lose down here in the trees when I go over them, I will go back over that with my black Pablo, which is $4.96. That's ivory black. As well as getting started, I always start with my Prisma White 938. Now the reason I do that is I'm gonna, and I've already done this, I'm just gonna show you quickly. I go over the stars, and the reason for that is the Pan Pastels will adhere to it, but you'll still be able to see where all the stars go. It'll be a little bit lighter, and you'll see that as I go along. So that just helps me find all the stars where they were originally located. Otherwise, I have to kind of guess or just make up new locations for them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my makeup remover pad, and these ones are smooth. They work so much better than the textured ones. I made the mistake of buying a package of the textured, and I see I get a little watercolor on me. I was fooling around with watercolors earlier. So I'm going to start with the purple. I'm going to get that on my pad, and then I'm just going to start rubbing in a circular motion. Here kind of scratchy. I'm going to kind of go around the edges and close to the moon. A little bit in here. Kind of lighter as I go down. I want to stop shy of this light area. You can just keep reapplying your makeup remover to the Pan Pastel to pick up more, because you want this to be pretty solid. You don't want that grayish color to shine through. Or at least I don't. My night sky to be vivid. Now I'm going to get another makeup remover pad, and a lot of times I just fold that in half. But that's pretty dark, and I'm going to end up with that all over the place. So I'm going to get another one. And I'm going to take this very darkest blue that I have. This one I think is a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go with the darkest one I have. Again, I'm going to apply it. And then I'm going to go right over top of that purple. Can you see where the little stars are still visible? Those are hard to see if you don't color them with that white. All right, now I think what I'll do is I'll take my one with the blue and I'm going to open it up and I'm going to turn it inside out around the other way so I have a clean section, and I'm going to get my light blue. I'm going to apply some of that and I'm going to go close to the moon. And I'm going to go down to this bottom area as well. Trying not to get it into the foreground. You can see it starts to blend and merge together as I overlap them. But now I'm picking up too much of the dark, so I'm going to flip it around so I can get some of the light. Try not to get it on my church steeple there. The trees won't matter. We can just go back over them with the black, but I think that church steeple is going to be an issue. Probably going to have to go over that with white. So I'll turn that back around again, back to my dark. And on this, well, I think I'll flip it around to the cleaner side. And I'm going to go with that next lighter blue. I like merging my colors. And I know I've said this in other videos, but I just think it makes for richer colors because usually you don't find that in nature, you know, just one solid shade. Not usually. Okay, now I'm going to get another clean one because that's a mess too. And I'm going after my white this time. And I want this moon to be white. And I've got to kind of spread that out a little bit farther than I wanted, so I can touch that up. I can do that very lightly to kind of give it an aura, that glow. Now I've picked up some blue. I'm going to try to get rid of it there in the white. Now sometimes when you spray after you've applied the white over a darker color, the darker color just goes right through and kind of obliterates the white, and that's when you need that matte finish or a workable spray finish, because then you can actually go back over that again with the white, and then the next time you spray it, it should stay. So here I'm back to my white again. I'm going to lighten this up down here at the bottom. It's just, to me, it's just too dark. I need to bring that up. And I'm going heavy down at the bottom and a light touch as I go up. I'm going to have to get my darker and kind of come back down into it. And this is going to be kind of a guessing game on how to go back and forth until I get them blended more seamlessly. So there's not a, you know, just a specific line. I'm still seeing that. I don't want that line. little bit better, but I'm still not liking what I'm seeing up here. Back to my blue. And try to be careful not to sprinkle the dust all over your colored part at the bottom. All right, a little bit better. Getting there. Went back after my dark blue. This might take a second coat to get it completely finished. And then the one thing I have noticed is when photographing these, you know, like right now I look at that, I can still see gray shining through no matter how hard I try. But for some reason, when I take a picture of it, you won't see that gray so much. It just kind of disappears. Let's see if I can find a clean spot that doesn't have any pastel of any color on it, and see if I can get them blended that way. It's hard to transition from the dark to the light. But I do still kind of want a little bit more white down here along the base. Kind of dabbing my white when you see me disappear there. I'll go back to a side that doesn't have any pastel on it. Try to blend that in. Still going to make a mark. Can see that. I think maybe if I get some of that light blue again, just figure out where that was. Another thing you can do is, some of these are thick and you can actually peel them, and that'll sometimes work for just a small area. You don't have to do a whole lot of work with it. Maybe that's what I need, something in between. It's not such a stark difference between that real dark blue and purple. Blow some of that dust off there so I can see what I'm doing. And I don't want it to get it down on my lower part of my page. Yeah, that's not too bad. Spot right there. It's not too bad. Now I want to get back to my white. And I really got that pad messed up, but I want to try to go as small and tight as I can. Put the majority of the color, the white color, in the middle, and then just kind of gradually go out over. That's okay. All right, so that's how I do it. Again, I'm going to spray it with that matte finish, but not in here because it's not good for your health, so I have to do that outside. And I will take an eraser. I have a good one down here, but I'll take an eraser and then I'll just lightly go over the areas where I overlapped in my color, the pastels, and just kind of erase that back off. And I can then go back over with my white and kind of brighten that up. Now that will work better after it's sprayed. And then I'll go back over my branches with the black and give them more color and definition. And then I'll be posting this soon in the Facebook groups, and of course this will be on my YouTube channel. You can follow me also on Instagram. I am Rhonda Coloring Again, and my coloring group is Beautiful Blossoms Coloring Group. Feel free to join me there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Happy coloring!